Hey, Mama. Welcome to Marketing Without Socials for Moms. I'm your host, Andria Singletary, daughter of the king, wife, mama of two, and visibility strategist for moms who want to make social media optional. When I'm not grabbing the 100th go-go squeeze applesauce for my kids, you can find me curled up on the couch with a homemade chai tea latte and a good book. So tell me, have you reached the point in your business where you are done with social media burnout and ready to make social media optional? Are you consistently posting reels and carousels and showing up in stories, but sporadically signing new clients? Or maybe your season of life has drastically changed, meaning you have less time to show up on socials to grow your business. Trust me, I get it. I have been in each of these scenarios at some point in my business journey. It wasn't until I started leaning into marketing strategies outside of social media that I started having more predictability in my sales and growing my business in a way that supported my current season of life. And I want that for you, Mama. Each week, I'm giving you the inside scoop on how to increase your visibility and sales through podcasting, email marketing, and collaborations. All right, Mama, now grab your coffee, notebook, and pen, and let's dive into today's episode. Hey, Mama. So today's question is all about, how long does it actually take to see results from other marketing platforms when essentially building a business without social media? So specifically, this mama asked, how long does it typically take to see results from other marketing styles when not marketing on social media? So I love this question because I have found that a lot of people believe that it takes longer to sign clients when you choose marketing platforms outside of social media. But I'm here to say that that simply is not true, especially with how things have changed in the online space. I honestly believe that long-form content results in quicker conversions, and that is for two reasons. One, long-form content leverages SEO, which means that people who are searching for a specific solution are usually ready to invest in someone who has the answer to their problem. So these are the people who are searching Google, trying to find a solution to this problem that is getting on their nerves. And so if they're going as far as to search, they're usually ready to invest. So they're not going to hesitate to hand over their money when they come across a solution and it's someone who is the right fit, someone who they know they vibe with, they can connect with and everything that is offering that solution. The other reason is that long form content speeds up the buyer journey in that trust is earned so much quicker compared to social media content. That trust is earned quicker because people aren't distracted by the noise of social media platforms. They get to know you and your personality so much quicker. They know whether or not they're going to vibe with you, and they can get a feel for what it's like to work with you. There's so much more that you can do through long form content as far as sharing more information, really allowing people to get to know the real you versus social media. It's these quick clips and stuff that people can easily consume. But for instance, with a podcast, one of the mamas who listens to this podcast, she shares with me that, anytime she has a networking event that she's going to, she likes to kind of save my episodes so that she can binge them during her drive to and from that networking event. And I thought that was so amazing because it's I'm literally part of her routine. I don't know how often she goes to networking events. It sounds like it's pretty often, and at least once a month or something. But the fact that she literally saves up my episodes so that she can binge them as part of her routine of driving to and from these networking events, nobody is saving up your social media content to consume it at a later point. Nobody's doing that. But to be able to have built that type of relationship, that trust where someone's oh, I really love this content. you know what, I am going to save it for this specific time when I know I have this uninterrupted time to listen to these episodes and really glean from this person, lots of value, lots of tips and strategies that I can implement right now. Like that shows a certain level of trust. And so social media content doesn't give you that as quickly because it's like you're getting these little bitty snapshots of someone and you don't always get a feel for their personality. And especially with threads coming out, people have really been showing a little bit too much and rubbing people the wrong way. And so that's the other piece of it there. But anyways, to get back on topic, it really allows you to build those deeper connections with people. And so the buyer's journey tends to go a lot quicker, because that trust is earned a lot quicker. So the other thing is, or I don't want to say the other thing, there are other factors that you have to consider when it comes to marketing in general. So this is something I want to stress, like marketing is marketing. What platform you choose is totally up to you, whether it's social media, whether it's a podcast, whether it's YouTube, whether it's email, whether it's paid ads. It's all marketing. It's just different types of platforms. So there's a few things you have to consider when it comes to, how quickly you'll see results. One thing is, like I said, the buyer's journey, the buyer's cycle. A lot has changed in the online space and people are taking longer to buy. They are being more intentional in what they're investing in. And they're really looking at, is this someone I truly trust? Is this someone I actually like and will enjoy working with? Like they're looking at these different factors. Like people are really looking at, will I vibe with this person? And so that is a huge part of it. So regardless of how you're marketing yourself, the buyer cycle is longer. So it doesn't matter how you're doing it, but you can speed that process up again by having that long form content, but also leveraging more than one platform. I know I've talked about this before. I can't remember specifically what episode. I'll have to go back through and link it in the show notes. But, when you are on more than one platform, and I'm not saying you have to be on 11 platforms, but when you're at least on 2 or 3 other platforms, you create multiple touch points for potential buyers. You're allowing them to consume your content in different ways and getting to know you and connecting with you more. And so creating more of those touch points helps move people along the buyer's journey a lot quicker. So that's another piece of it as well. But some other factors are, your lead generation. Are you generating new leads monthly? Are you connecting and engaging with these leads and with your current community? Are you able to identify those people who are actually ready to invest in you, ready to buy? And are you selling to those people? Are you inviting them to work with you? So again, like even in yesterday's episode, I kind of touched on this a little bit. There are lots of factors that go into it. Like we can't just focus on visibility, but we also can't just focus on marketing and sales. Like all three are important. We have to generate leads and make sure we're generating, those quality leads, those people who are actually ready to invest. And then we also have to make sure we're connecting and nurturing and engaging with these people through our content, having those one-on-one conversations, whether you're doing that in the DMs or whether you're doing that via email, and then selling to them, inviting them to work with you. And you have to be bold with it. Like you can't just be over there like chatting it up with somebody in the DMs and it's clear that they have a problem and you have the solution. Make the invitation. And I know that that feels scary, but I promise you it gets easier as you do it more. And it's not cold DMs. Like I'm talking about this is someone you've been engaging with, like you've been connecting with them, you actually know about them, and you know, like, okay, yes, they will be a really good fit for this offer based off of what they shared with me. And so it's not a sleazy way of doing it. It's like, hey, you shared this information with me. I see what your problem is. This offer is the best fit for you. This is going to help you achieve those goals. It's going to help you to get to where you want to be, but you have to make the invitation. I think sometimes we can get into this belief or this habit of thinking that if people want our offer, they'll just go and buy it. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people like that who they will see a specific offer and know that it's right for them and just go and they will click the link and buy. But not everyone is like that. And I've shared this on a podcast before. I am one of those people where I will consume your podcast content. I'll get on your email list. And then after I see like, oh, yes, I like you and you have a solution to my problem, I will go find the link and I will just pay. you know, but not everyone is like me. There are a lot of people where you have to make the invitation. And so that is what selling is. It's inviting people to work with you. It's saying, hey, based off of what you shared with me, based off of where you're at in business, based off of what your goals are, this is where I can help you. This is where I can provide more support. This is where I can give you that individualized support so that way you can achieve X, Y, and Z. It's that simple. Okay. So to kind of give you guys a couple of examples of, how long it takes to see results. So I'll start with one of the mamas inside of the Social Media Detox Club. So this mama, she is really good at like connecting with her people. She's really good with email marketing and stuff. But she was a mama who she just needed to get more eyes on her business. Now she had done really, really good with like getting referrals from past and current clients. And so that wasn't so much a problem. But after joining the Social Media Detox Club, she started participating in more collaborations. And for her, it was specifically bundles and then doing some podcast guesting here and there. And so in September, she was actually able to book out the rest of this year. So she's booked out through to the end of December from the collaborations that she's done in the Social Media Detox Club. So literally, she was able to book everything out. She joined the Social Media Detox Club in June, so right when I launched it. And then by September, she was booked out for the rest of the year. So that took her, June, July, August, September, 4 months. And I don't know specifically when in September. Like it could have been early September or late September. I'm not sure. But it took her 4 months to essentially book out her services for the rest of the year. So that kind of gives you an idea of that. But again, this mama is really good at selling. She shows up and does email marketing. She does the collaborations, and she's also active on social media. Now, she has made it so that when times are, she has a lot going on in life and everything, she can easily step back from socials and it not impact her business. But she enjoys showing up on social media, so she does it. But she was able to achieve that goal because she actually sells in her emails. She sells in her socials and she leverages SEO. So she has these different factors. She's showing up on more than one platform and she's nurturing her audience on each of these platforms. And she's focusing on the visibility, the marketing, and the sales. So you guys kind of get where I'm going. And then to use myself as an example. So I have had my 2 best launches this year, and I've done it without social media. I launched the Social Media Detox Club in June of this year with the goal of having 10 women join, and I exceeded that. I had 18 women join. And again, I did it without social media. I leveraged collaborations and my podcast and email marketing. That was it. Then for the Social Detox Accelerator, I launched that in, I think it was the end of September. And I didn't even do a public launch then. I didn't launch it publicly to my email list and my podcast till October, I believe. But with that, I reached out to current and former clients. And I invited them, those people who I believe would be a good fit. So this is that where, making the sell, making the invitation. But these were people I actually had a relationship. These were people who trusted me. They worked with me before. They knew, what it was like to work with me. They had a great experience. So I sold to those people first. Then I started promoting it to my podcast and my email list. And then there was also someone else that I invited who she was new to me, but we had connected in a group setting and everything, really hit it off. And so she actually joined the membership first. And then I really got to know her business. And I was like, hey, I'm launching this group program. I really believe you would be a good fit for it. And I shared with her the details and I invited her and she joined. And then the rest of the spots were taken from people who heard about it on the podcast and then people who heard about it through the email list. Again, without social media. That happened. I sold out. So I started selling the offer end of September and I filled all of those spots by October 31st. So a month. So to answer your question, it honestly depends on you. And it's, again, multiple factors. You have to look at the visibility piece and then connecting and engaging with your audience and selling your offers. Like all three have to be a part of it, like point blank, period. And so that is why I created the Social Media Detox Club and the Social Detox Accelerator. The membership is for the mama who wants to focus solely on visibility. Like that is the piece that she only needs support with. The accelerator is for the mama who really wants to start marketing and selling her offers through her podcast and email content. Each of those are important, and that's why I have different ways of being able to support you, again, without relying on social media. But you have to prioritize visibility, marketing, and sales. You have to really look at each of those pieces. And a lot of times, people aren't necessarily missing out on the marketing. They're either missing the visibility piece, meaning they're not generating new leads, or they're not actually selling to their audience. They're not telling their audience how they can work with them. So if you need support with visibility, then join us inside the Social Media Detox Club. If you have a podcast and an email list that you're really looking to leverage as part of your visibility, marketing, and sales, join us inside of the accelerator. The next round of the accelerator starts April 2025, and applications are open now. Both of these are linked below in the episode description and in the show notes. All right, Mama, I'll catch you in the next episode. Hey, Mama. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to hang with me. I would love to keep the conversation going. So head to mamaturnedmompreneur.com/marketing without socials to join my email community. I share even more tips and strategies for building a business that doesn't rely on social media and one that fits your current season of life, as well as more behind the scenes of mom and business life. All right, Mama, that's it for today, but I'll catch up with you again next week.